Raphael, a successful Italian Renaissance painter. Characteristics of his work include balance and harmony. Born on April 6, 1483 in Urbino, Italy, to Giovanni Santi and Magia di Battista Chiarla. His mother died in 1491 and his father died in 1494. In 1495 he moved to Perugia, Italy to study under Pietro Perugino. By age 15 he was considered a master painter for his ability to learn and pick up other masters' techniques. In 1501 Raphael completed his first commissioned work for the Church of San Nicola of Tolentino. While learning under Pietro Perugino, Raphael was commissioned to paint the Coronation of the Virgin for the Oddi Chapel in San Francisco, Perugia. In 1504 Raphael moved to Florence, the birthplace of the Renaissance. Starting in 1400, it was a return to classicism in culture, art, and architecture, a period of rebirth when wealthy families such as the Medici family and the Pope started to commission artists for their work. Raphael was drawn to Florence to study other masters of the time, especially Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo. The Renaissance spread to the rest of Italy and then across Europe. In 1508, Pope Julius II requests Raphael to move to Rome. In 1509, he is commissioned to paint works for the Vatican. In 1513, Raphael is commissioned by Roman banker Agostino Chigi to design architectural plans for the Sepulchre Chapel. One of Raphael's greatest works is the School of Athens. It is a fresco completed between 1510 and 1511 for Pope Julius II to go in his library. It resides in the Stanza della Signature in Vatican City. This fresco depicts the great mathematicians, philosophers, and scientists at the time. Not all of them lived during the same time, but the scene captures them all together. Some of the greats depicted are Plato, Aristotle, and Pythagoras. Another of Raphael's masterpieces is the Sistine Madonna. It is an oil on wood, also commissioned by Pope Julius II, completed between 1513 and 1514. It was commissioned to honor his late uncle, Pope Sixtus IV. In the painting, baby Jesus looks startled. It is also speculated that Madonna may have been modeled after Margherita Luti, Raphael's supposed mistress. The painting was originally on the high altar of the Benedictine Basilica of San Sisto in Piacenza. Since 1752, the painting has been in Altemeister Gallery in Dresden, Germany. There was a brief period from 1945 to 1955 that the painting was taken by the Soviet Union but was returned. The two angels at the bottom of the painting are seen throughout history as iconic angelic figures. A third masterpiece by Raphael is the portrait of Pope Leo X with Cardinals Giulio de' Medici and Luigi de' Rossi. It is an oil on wood completed from 1518 to 1519. The painting was commissioned by Pope Leo X as a wedding gift for Lorenzo de' Medici and Madeleine de la Torre Averone. The painting was originally displayed in the Medici house and now resides in the Palazzo Pitti Galleria Palatina in Florence, Italy. Pope Leo X is in the foreground while the two cardinals are placed behind him. The Pope is sitting at a diagonal looking off to the distance to show his power. Giulio is on his left looking diagonally in the opposite direction, while Luigi on his right looks straight at the viewer. Both the furniture and the people are painted with realistic features. Red is the dominant color in the painting. Raphael has many other credited works, such as in 1514, after Bramante dies, Raphael becomes the manager of the building of St. Peter's Basilica. Raphael designed a floor plan for the basilica with the orientation of a Latin cross. In 1515, he was also tasked with preserving Rome's antiquities. A work not as well known that was done by Raphael is his drawing of Lucretia. It was completed between 1508 and 1510 using pen and brown ink over black chalk. The piece was partially incised with a stylus and rubbed with black chalk to retransfer. Lucretia was a noble matron who is believed to have committed suicide after being raped by Sextus. The painting depicts the moment she is about to stab herself in the chest with a dagger. Another portrait by Raphael is of Baldassare Castiglione, an oil on canvas, completed between 1514 and 1515. Castiglione's dress suggests that he sat for the portraits in the winter. The portrait draws the viewers to the face. It now resides in the Louvre. Raphael's last piece is the Transfiguration. This oil on wood was started by Raphael in 1516 but had to be finished by his assistant Giulio Romano after Raphael's death in 1520. The painting was commissioned by Cardinal Giulio de' Medici, who donated the painting to the church of San Pietro in Montorio to have it placed on the church's high altar. The top half is depicting Christ, between and above Moses and Elijah, looking as if he is coming out of the clouds. The bottom half of the painting shows Christ, who, having just come from Mount Tabor, heals youths standing among his apostles. Raphael died a young death due to a fever on his 37th birthday, April 6, 1520. He died in Rome, and for his funeral service his work, The Transfiguration, was placed on his funeral pyre. He was buried in the Pantheon.